Welcome to the Dungeon House, where a bunch of regular people with regular jobs gather to play Dungeons and Dragons. We aren't professionals, so if you hear food ASMR or a baby in the back, just understand it's normal. This show is recommended for those 13 and up. The music you'll hear is brought to you by William Heaton and various other artists. We're glad that you're here to share in the fun and laughter, as well as the challenges along the way. So come on into our home, take a seat on the couch, and enjoy the Dungeon House.
For myself, part of life is, at some point you're going to feel, old. You're supposed to feel old, and I feel like things like Botox for me. Oh, I should probably not say my opinions about this now. That might be a little awkward.
Especially when you talk to some
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that are the belief of this is a natural population aging.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people well, who cares?
And that's the thing, I don't really care. If you want to change it, that's more than fine. Just don't go too much. People can tell.
They can't properly.
They can't close their mouth properly. Big old fish lips.
My mom was always any kind of cosmetic procedure.
Yeah.
She heard some because she said she went to one session and then felt guilty about it. She's kind of on the other end of the spectrum.
That's interesting.
She's just on the other end of the spectrum.
Not that I really go get my teeth whitened procedurally, just because I feel like when you've heard when you whiten your teeth, it makes them less strong, right?
Yeah.
They're more sensitive, and that's just I have sensitive enough teeth. I don't want to have to deal with it even more.
Can we go check the pizza? Sorry, I gotta fix this because the view is off, and I gotta fix this. Yeah.
Did you have an intervention?
He's supposed to be a frog.
He's still frogging it.
No, but a lot of my friends on my mission, I found out their moms had Botox. They're all from work at Utah at the visitor center.
Yeah.
So I'd bring up, I'm like, I don't know, just kind of regurgitating what I've been grown up with. And after my mom's had Botox, they all got really offended. And that day I learned
that you better not.
Girls get Botox. And it's not be okay with it.
You better be okay, or else you'll be ostracized from the community.
Yeah.
And
There's a lesson.
you won't have any friends. I actually, good for you to be able to stand up among people of, incorrect beliefs and be able to state your mind. They may be able to silence.
So brave.
Yeah, they may be able to silence your words, but they can't silence your heart. That's so interesting. I guess I feel like it is.
It's our snow friend.
I don't know. I never realized that there was that much Botox in the world.
It's very popular in Draper.
Yeah.
It's in Northern Utah.
No idea how many people got it. People my age get it.
Really? Why?
Yeah. They get it right here, and they get it right here to prevent wrinkles. They call it baby Botox.
Baby Botox.
Little tiny bit of
Thing. I have wrinkles here already, which now makes it look like I'm questioning everything. But
I think she looks beautiful.
I have this long one. So it goes right here.
I can't tell, to be honest.
When you get real close, or I show any amount of expression or concern.
I would say also it's probably a little bit different culturally too for men than women. Just the way that our culture views aging and stuff like that. As a guy, for boys, you've always dreamed about getting older, but I feel like for maybe for women, getting older to a certain point would be more scary. Exactly. Not that I think guys want to become old guys. I mean, one of my biggest dreams has been since I was a teenager is to become grandpa. Well, yeah. Yeah.
To be a grandpa.
Yeah. That sounds, I just don't know yet. But I'm excited for it. But I think being a grandpa would be a lot of fun.
Easy.
Grandma.
Because by that point, you've kind of figured out how to be adult. Hopefully, you've made your money and you can actually finally start relaxing. And then you have like a family that has to spend time with you. I mean, they don't have to, but I will force them. Call them up. Hey, you want $20? Get over here. You look so colonial.
How the heck do I get this to fit the right?
Is he signing the Declaration of Independence or what?
He looks like the in a
You want to read an
historical
You put it away first?
second male lead.
Does he still have his mustache? Oh, no, you don't have to do. If he had the handlebar mustache, I'd say that he's at the battles of Gettysburg. That'll do hair.
Why can I change?
Did we hear if Joy's coming?
Sure hope she is.
She usually just texts if
If she's running late.
Are we live?
Yeah, we've been live.
Oh.
maybe that's it.
Okay.
She's staying. She's just answering the door.
How are you?
Oh, good. How are you?
Good.
It's Joy. Say hello. Little kiss. Oh, that was a great welcome smile. Thank you.
Show our guests inside. Okay.
What do we got? What do we got going on?
All right.
He's digging now.
He does that in the wood chips whenever there's kids at Painful Park. Wood chips flying in all directions. It's like his. You know how birds have like meeting dances? It's like his friendship dance.
Let's throw. Do you like wood chips as much as I do?
Yeah,
I do have to tell you guys that I was so stoked to play tonight that
Yeah.
over my lunch break, I made a playlist to listen to all the way here. Shaking the movie Pinky.
That's so awesome. That's so funny.
yeah.
Yeah. Is it pretty edgy?
She brings trees.
That's awesome. That's so funny. That makes me so happy.
And I had to like order it correctly. Like it starts like with really like sad songs and like it's edgier as it goes on the place. That's so fun.
That's so funny. What's wrong with the stream, McKay?
I know there's a way to fix it. I just don't have to. Get the crisp. Get it out. I got it.
You look back and you literally don't have one. Your earrings so cute. Look at those dragons.
Whoa!
Yeah, look at it.
It's crispy.
I'm sorry. I thought there was a timer set. Was there a timer?
No,
I forgot.
that was on me.
No, it's okay. Let's walk in on right now.
Pretty good.
He's at fault.
Oh, yummy.
Alright, watch it. Did you see Tyler's message?
Hello, pizza.
Some point.
He basically asked me who wants to sponsor you to change the bylaws, and I'm like, I said I would, so I won't call you out and just say, I don't do it. You're fine.
Oh, our pizza cutter vanished in the front and it's
Hey.
located. So we do have a knife. Yes, big one. That big one, I think we can eat it. Yes, yeah. Don't do it. Oh no, he's cooking the pizza. He's looking at it. No.
Someone had to do it.
No. I don't want to be too graphic, but.
I do. Wait a minute. The pizza stopped screaming after that. The pizza. I did not like that. Stop!
Officers! Please deny!
Alright, well, I don't know how to fix this because it's being done right now. I have to end the stream, I think.
I was gonna say, you can definitely check the messages you sent me because we accidentally sent it like 5 times.
But it's my Instagram.
Oh, it's an Instagram thing. That's the one.
It's locked.
Just a real.
It's quite funny though. We have to show the.
Yeah, go get. Yeah, good.
I don't know why it's.
This one is the pie.
It's the spicy Thai one. I don't know. Maybe you tried it before. I think you said you didn't like it.
You can definitely have it.
Thank you.
It's like it's completely different sauce. If you're expecting like normal pizza flavor, it won't be that. But it's still really good. Yeah.
You hungry?
Oh, I can't remember names. Yeah, I really like him. It's like a sweet and sour.
Yeah, it's like a sweet sour sauce.
I think I remember that one. Maybe that's like that.
You might have seen this one.
Sounds pretty big.
So one. 65%.
I think it has to do with the resolution because I changed monitors. But I can't do it because we're live. It will not let me. So,
It's real fake.
I mean, we're just mentioned audio, really.
You like that lesson?
Alright, let's eat and then let's play.
There's another one, but
I'm gonna mute this real quick. Sorry, audience. Oh, but
Mr. Hazel, yeah, Thunderman, Mr. Hazel, yeah.
Dragon, see this stuff? Yeah. Can I tell your high chair? I must have a wheelchair.
This one should be still relatively hot. This one should be pretty cold down. Like it's kind of cool.
we're just gonna. I'll have to fix that later. I didn't realize that would be an issue, but I think because I got a different monitor, it. Yeah. Pencil.
Are you going to that one up? Oh yeah, you are.
I'm working on it. It was hecka dead. I still have all these if you need them.
A what?
Not playing this. This is a retired character now.
What do you mean?
I have the spell stuff. If we ever get into a fight. Oh man. It's been a week. Oh, did you get something ready?
Huh? You talking to me? Hot?
Ah. Mm. Mm.
Yeah, this could be a description. Right. There it comes.
Did that fix it? Can I see you? No, it's still off. Huh?
Mom? No, pretty good.
They're good.
All right, Chase, you're leading us.
2 more bites. 2 more bites, and then we'll be there. Yeah. It's been a while.
It's been a long while. It's like a month, right?
Yeah, it was a long time. A little bit too long. But that's okay. We're back. I'm gonna go play some D&D. So last time you guys traveled to the island of Steadwick. So to kind of give a little bit of a recap of all the things that happened, Opal wrestled a man named Board, and she won due to the power of friendship, literally. A man named Hadrick Morrison had hired you guys along with your visual assignment. He promised you passage to the island, as well as back from the island, and a hefty reward if you were able to figure out what was going on there and to keep his sister safe. They've gone, I think it's been about 2 months or so since he'd last contacted his sister. And it was through her letters that he'd found out that people had been going missing. Specifically children. As you guys arrive on the island of Steadwick, to find it, you venture to the town of Steadwick. Wow, big shocker there. And find that not only is it being befelled by missing children, but there's a disease ravaging the town, and a monster at night that is also ravaging the town. Just to kind of set the scene as we jump back into it, I think last time we kind of ended a little bit kind of all of a sudden. So I just wanted to bring kind of a little bit of the ambiance. So the mayor's house, which you guys have been led to, one thing that you'd notice with this house, well, it seems kind of like one of those fallen from glory buildings, something that at some point had been fairly pristine. This must have been a very rich area, being one of the sole ports between, in the middle of this large, almost inland sea, allowing ships passing to find a place to rest during the evening. It looks like that, old patina has really started to show on this building as what had once been bright brass fixtures and doorknobs now have kind of a splotchy brownness to them. While they had once been, ornate and finely polished, the years have not been kind to it. The house slightly creaks, and as the man who sits behind the mayor's desk shuffles from side to side, kind of looking at a report, he somewhat balding, slight built. He looks like he hasn't slept in days. Small set of spectacles set on the edge of his nose. You know him as Mayor Vincent Reynolds. He is fumbling through a cacophony of papers that have been set out on his desk, and you would notice that it's the only people you've seen here in this building has been him and the lonely maid on duty. She stands far off, almost segregated to the corner of the room, of this kind of almost too empty space. It gets a little awkward as he still is filing through the papers. He says, after a little bit, he runs his hand through kind of the receding hairline and says, "Well, I'm glad at least we finally have some real help around here. This island hasn't seen anything to this level of destruction since the Mad Wizard or Warring Warlock or whatever he would call him came through a couple decades back. I hope that it won't be that serious. But, well, you must be famished. What can I do for you? We have some water. And he kind of snaps a little bit for the maid. She can't hardly leaves the room, and not too long afterwards comes back with what looks to be a nice but maybe outdated set of china with small drinking glasses. It looks like it's set up for tea, but they only offer water this time.
Well, go on. Oh, golly, it's been so long since I've played this character. Don't be shy. Tell him you're the leader.
Internally, Pinky Venny, still Venny groans. She just. All right. So what exactly has been going on?
Well, it's been a while. He can. Again, it seems like a nervous twitch. He runs his hands through receding hairline. You almost kind of get the sense that might be why it's receding. Where to start? We
Start with the monster.
monster.
Like the most imminent threat.
Yes. Well, the first sighting of it was about a month and a half back. Maybe to start from the beginning. Our island's known for, its more temperate climate. Usually it's very sought after during the hot summer months of other places, especially from Vipro. People come flocking here for recreation activities and such, but it also means that we persistently have a good amount of fog on the island, and this monster seems to almost be formed of it. Comes out only when the fog is the thickest. Glowing red eyes. They can be seen from a distance. And then, from what I can see, no one really has got a close enough look to tell you what it is. Or if they have, they're not telling, as they are now hopefully buried. We could only get as much as we could find.
Okay.
But most of the time, when the monster attacks, he frazzles the local wolf population. Start howling non-incessantly. They run through town almost agitated because of it. And, downright frightens. The townspeople say that if you hear the pawing and scratching and howling right outside your door, you're next.
Does the monster come every time?
Not, like I said, we have fog persistently, but only in the thickest. The nights where it's even hard to see the hand in front of your face.
How often does that happen?
Well, let me think. I would say half the nights. We've been lucky enough, we've kind of gathered the people into, select houses, posted guards, lit fires around the town, but when it's still so thick, there's been a couple of nights since it began, we haven't been able to do anything. And quite frankly, we're losing people fast. We're not a big community, but the amount of people we've lost, it's almost into or I should say not people, but families, households. It's close to 7, 8. This has only been going on for a month and a half. That, tied with the disease that's been spreading around town, and the fire that was 4 weeks back, we've been really hit hard.
When did the disease happen? About a month and a half ago as well?
Are you gonna eat that? As you point to kind of like a
Half-eaten,
crusty piece of like bread.
Opal's gonna nudge you in the gut, like,
It's okay.
I'll take it off your hands.
And I'll just grab it.
He seems like super.
I'll put my cards down on the table.
He kind of gets a little huffy. You know that I'm going to pay for your stay at the inn. There will be food there.
Keep answering her questions.
I think it's just like,
Oh, you were talking about the disease. No, the disease started only about 3 weeks ago. People getting really sick. Can't keep liquids down. Throwing up and almost like food poisoning, but it continues. It's not just one day and done. So, runs his hands through his hair. You almost swear that he takes some follicles of hair with him. Yeah, it's been persistently mounting it. First, we thought it was just maybe a bad barrel of grain that one family got, but as it started inflicting the entire town, we were thinking it's spreading.
So, is it not the food?
Is it the food? From what I can tell, it's not. But we can't be too sure.
Oh, pretty good.
You'll have to let me know if it does cause the disease. As the maid passes around the small teacups with partially lukewarm water in it. Yes. Any other questions?
Do you have any leads for us?
Oh, yes. While you were standing here, I've been preparing, and he's been kind of writing down on a piece of parchment. I've been preparing a list of some of the homes that have been attacked. Not everyone, even if they get attacked, not everyone has passed. The first one killed was the son of Shen Arrowsworth. He's our local bower. He might be a good lead, as he was the first, but other than that, we have Dorothy and Clyde, Jack Hayden, Michael Locke, the Oakes family, the Eastgate family, and Brock Walpole, all of them almost assuredly died to the monster. And he writes those names down on the list. Here. I've given some instructions on where to find the houses. That might be a good way to start looking around and figuring out what's around. Also, and he takes the paper back from me and writes it down. And then he takes a stamp and stamps it and says, show this to the innkeeper, and that will give you... how many nights do you need at the inn? I'll just say that until further notice. Here, that will give you that. And he kind of stops for a second there and kind of... Is there anything else that I can do to help?
What is your main water source?
The main water source?
Yeah.
It's the well in the middle of the town.
But he's gonna turn and start walking out. Flying.
As you guys turn out, he'll say, just so you know, this is a strong community. We stick together. But we're not afraid of asking for some outside help. But that's me as the mayor saying that. Some of the locals may not be as used to outsiders, so
Thank you kindly, sir.
just be careful.
He's gonna.
Oh,
Benny's gonna kind of like whisper under her breath. Then I guess things aren't as dire as they say. Not willing to have to. They're not willing to like ask for help. Then sorry, she just. Guess things aren't as dire as they seem. Anyways. So yeah, we're going out. Benny, we're gonna do that all night, aren't we?
yeah, you good.
Benny is going to check out the well first.
As we're leaving, once we get about halfway down the hall, I'll realize I'll say, I forgot my cards back in the room. Excuse me one moment. And I'll start heading back along.
Come in.
Excuse me, I believe I left my cards on the table.
Of course. I have no use for that.
Come grab them. I like that suit. It's very nice.
I had it tailored in Ascensia and then sent here. I've had it for a few years now. I can give you the tailor's address in the city if you'd like.
Yes, perhaps. You seem, well, as the man in charge, you seem to know your things. You seem to be well... I'll kind of like linger around, look around. Well, acquainted.
I mean, I tried to be. I wish I could get you in contact with the man himself, but my spelling device I spent a very good penny on hasn't worked for almost 3 months.
The man that's in charge? Thought you were in charge.
I'm in charge here, but I was talking about the tailor.
Yes, the tailor. Now I have one more question to ask. I forgot to ask it earlier. Have you ever heard of the name Talisi?
Talisi?
Or perhaps the other name of the Shining Brow?
Shining Brow. I'm afraid I haven't.
No worries. It's okay. It was a long shot anyway.
All right.
If you hear anything, you let me know, alright?
What kind of person is this Shining Brow? Talisi?
They are but a legend. A myth, you might say.
Oh, okay.
A person once who could capture an audience with their music and, well, we'll just leave it at that.
Well, that sounds very nice, but right now I need someone who can capture a monster.
Yes.
If that Talisi person could do it, great. But if not, I have no need for her.
We'll get on the case, I guess.
All right. Have a good day about it. And oh, one last thing I almost forgot too. I wouldn't stray too far outside of town after dusk. I wouldn't stray around too much in town once night hits either.
And why is that?
That's when the monster comes out. Anyways, you have a great day and thank you. And he kind of walks you, but forcibly back to the door and kind of closes it.
I'll catch up with the rest of them.
What would like to say? Well, gang, it looks like we have a mystery on our hands.
That was good.
Yes. Mystery.
So we have leads. We have X-nay on the food. Got it? Red?
Just hungry.
Well, maybe don't steal a rich man's food since he's paying for our housing.
I asked.
Took before he answered.
No. He gave it to me. It doesn't matter. It's in the past. You're right.
Alright. Yeah.
Women are always right.
Alright. Gaslighting aside. Okay.
I don't know what this accent is, guys.
It's a lot better than last time.
Look at all. It's going to change every single section.
You got it. It's good.
I like it.
So we got that. Water. I think that's a good lead. Good catch, Vinny. That was good.
I see why you're the leader.
Yep.
Smart brain, huh? We put it in that, son. Oh, don't continue.
Biden rolls her eyes.
As you guys kind of continue walking, set up on kind of a low cliff above the rest of the town is this manor. As you look over, you can see from this point of view houses that are burnt out or collapsed throughout the town, and it's kind of it lines up with around the number that he was telling you of people that or families that have been attacked or been hit. And
We'll interrupt that. Unless you have more details to tell us about the surrounding areas.
sure, I can tell you more details. If you have anything, though, you want to say right now.
I was just going to say, do you think there's any kind of pattern of who was hit first?
Perhaps we need to ask around.
If anyone's left around.
That's one of the stark things that you would notice from your vantage point looking over the town. There's but few people walking around. You see, kind of from this point of view, what would be a small but suitable trading post seems almost dead. From what you saw, no ships at port, and no ability over land travel for the city to get any more supplies. It seems that it's become quickly isolated. The gray cast over sky almost feels kind of a smothering blanket, choking out what little life and light is left as you look across, and you can say maybe the spot where the sun should be slowly but surely dipping towards the horizon. Sitting in kind of a little nook between two partial mountain ranges. You'll call mountains. They're nothing comparative to the mountains close to Havelock, but they're rolling and dense with massive green conifers and brambles of trees,
Bushes.
bushes. Small fields dot just outside of the town. You see a few workers out there. Most of them seem to not be moving very fast.
They seem to have lost hope. Or they're just sick. That's more plausible.
See one dude in the field just
Oh,
just lets one rip.
it's rainbows. Rainbows.
Well, perhaps there's a way that we could give them some hope, as you say.
Yeah, hope man. Here you go. You know the thing about cards, tricks, and all that jazz.
I can do some tricks for sure.
Yeah, it's your choice though.
Alright. I mean, I hope it's my choice.
Always is.
Alright.
You guys,
Close to the well.
as you look from your vantage point, the well sits directly below this low cliff. If you were to walk down the path and just hang a left, you would come right to it.
I do just double check for the water. Not a walk. Because we just
Sure. Yeah. As you guys walk down there, you'd notice that it stands right next to the butchers, and just across from it, you could see the town square.
the water's next to the butcher's.
Interesting.
As you go to the well, you look down. Let me give you a little snippet. White stones stand out sharply against the other colors in the city. They lead down into a well that is filled with clear water. A bucket attached to a pulley sits next to the well. And from the age of the cut stone, it's been here probably as long as the city has.
You know,
Why you what, dude?
you need to.
What's your town?
Here's core.
And it's so wet. All right. As you guys come to the well, you'd notice a couple of villagers standing around it. A few of them drawing water. They seem to be kind of quietly talking amongst themselves, and as you approach, they quiet up. So they stand there, waiting their turn in line to draw water.
I'll come up and I'll like flourish my hat and tip it down and like. Is this where you get the water for the whole village?
You see kind of a heavier set woman says, "Yes, this is where we draw water."
Excellent.
She kind of, as you say excellent and like do that, she shies away a little bit.
Get that reaction from time to time. We are individuals, and this is our fearless leader.
Penny will roll her eyes.
Venny.
Cross her arms.
This is Opal. She's the one with the moral compass for our group, it seems like. And this is Adelaide. And this is name again, little kid.
Pablo.
Elise. Elise.
Oh, yeah, Elise, don't we?
Yeah.
I totally forgot we had Elise. My goodness.
You can speak to them. Then I think we'll be able to answer any questions that you have. No count.
She'll sheepishly kind of hold her up and Alra,
Well, someone with
Oh,
actual hands,
Jin.
shake her hand.
You don't have actual hands?
I have actually like regular sized hands, actually large, regular sized hands. Shake her hand because like it's
As
No, Adeline, you got it. You got it. Nope, you gesture.
oh, is this how you do it in she would lean up and say, "Are those wings real? Is she an actual fairy?"
yes.
Bad omen.
Oh, actually, good. Good. Benny's gonna smile.
Pinky comes up for just a second.
She whispers, "Oh, the All-Father above, we can't deal with more. Oh, and now a fairy's in our midst, walking around, not even hiding among the children."
She's like, what?
What? Wait, can you back up a little bit? What?
My child once was taken by fairy kind, replaced. I raised a fairy for 5 months. And eventually my child came back to me. But I had to do the cleansing ritual.
What is this cleansing ritual?
Well, you take your child down to the waters, the lake. You dip them in 3 times, and if they pull out with 3 leeches on them, then they've been cleansed. You let the leeches stay for 1 whole day, and then peel them off, and then the fairy gets trapped within the blood of the leech, and then you can pry it off.
True, something that very stupid.
No, don't talk to her.
Is it? Sorry, this is for the DM. Like,
You've never heard of a fairy, like, possessing someone? Because they have bodies.
right.
You know? Like,
Yeah, they're changelings, but they're not in. You know what I'm saying? You can't cleanse it.
maybe it was a
Leeches.
fairy, like, doing some nefarious things.
Right, but like
This might just be, like, a really superstitious person. As well.
okay, but like I'm assuming that these do kind of do changelings, but like it's not a we're inside the body of the child. You can't cleanse it by dipping it 3 times and having leeches suck it out.
So, fairies are different than changelings. Changelings
Who are
are
they?
a specific, kind of race of.
Oh, I forgot
creatures.
they're their own race in this.
Fairies are more mischievous,
See.
kind of an outside, whereas changelings will replace.
So do we get the sense this person is more or less kind of superstitious?
You only need to make an insight check for that. She's looking at you, and you can kind of look at her. She has like what looks to be like a chicken's foot tied to her satchel bag. It's completely spread out, but you can see it has a gold ring on one of the toes. She also kind of a little eclectic pieces that she has. One earring that has a chain that attaches and goes down and attaches to like her shoulder, like a pin
To keep the head on or something?
You have no idea, but there's like a chain running from her ear
Oh.
down to her, like the shoulder of her clothing.
Then he will clarify.
Your fairies, so not changelings.
And as you speak, she kind of says, and she'll grab the chicken's foot and she'll touch it to her forehead, and then touch it to her foot, and then touch it to her forehead. That was close. You all really need to get yourself some of these if you have one so close by.
Right.
Something like it's like there's gold wrong necklace.
I have this one, and I'll like pull off like or I'll show off like a little pendant kind of that is hanging around my neck. None of you would probably recognize the symbol.
Are many other people around here wearing similar superstitious garb? Does it look like it's a thing this whole town does?
So, from what you can tell, you don't see anyone else with a chicken's foot on their person, like as they kind of pass the other people as well as, she's like the one in the back of the line as you guys are kind of waiting your way to get up. The other ones, though, seem to have some different sorts of knickknacks, different like trinkets and stuff like that attached to their bodies that they will, you know, you see someone as they bring the bucket up and there's no water in it. What they'll do is they'll take like a piece of, what looks to be maybe some potter's clay, and they'll take it and they'll put it on like their ear and say, "Oh, let's try again," and they'll dip it again down and bring the bucket up, and this time has water in it. Okay, and we put the piece of clay away. They all seem to have kind of maybe their own eccentric way of
Rituals or
doing something along those lines.
As we are talking, are we catching the attention of anybody? Like, are people giving me more funny stare?
From what you could tell,
Okay, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to decide whether it would be useful or not to use disguise self to not be a fairy in this town.
sure, yeah, you can tell that people aren't going to be aggressive against you. They
Right.
don't seem like they're
But will they work with us? If
Right.
I am a fairy.
From what you could tell, you'd probably get different information if you played the fairy card or if you changed into someone else. They will react to you being a fairy. So if you want to go beneath the radar, you probably would want to change. But don't forget that might be also a strength on the other side if you're, maybe trying to persuade them.
Didn't want to, like, everybody to be like, "Oh, it's a fairy, close the door,"
Yeah.
So,
We haven't gotten that reaction yet. Have we?
Okay.
You could also, if asked, kind of, this person would say basically fairies are like to not be trusted, but they aren't,
Dangerous.
they're not necessarily supposed to be like dangerous. They're mischievous. And you're not supposed to trust them, but also if you, try to go out of your way to hurt them, then they might turn from mischievous to definite.
got it.
So I'll give you that so that way you know where your character fits in with this culture. As you guys wait your turns for the next little while, the lady who is sitting next to you, she will kind of go to you guys, and she'll whisper to Opal and Adelaide, something that's been really weird going on, I've noticed. If you go out to the river southwest of town at night, every few days it'll reverse flow. I don't know what's going on, but if I had to guess, it's the monster. He comes out of the water. When it does, it pushes the water upstream.
I wish I could control the volume on this.
Telling the truth.
You can do an insight check.
Make a can of my ice.
You can either do an insight check or do a straight intelligence roll.
History. Okay, sorry.
$11 for which roll? Thinking about it, like, there are spells to make water act irregularly than, a natural course. Control water, tidal waves, things like that. But what you get the sense of, it seems kind of, she might be, telling you this. Yeah. You just say, like, there are ways for water to reverse flow.
It's kind of a hysterical vibe. Like,
Yeah, she seems like she's maybe connecting dots that maybe aren't supposed to be connected, or you're like, maybe we should think about that more, maybe figure out what's actually going on.
I'll ask. So, how do you know that if you're not supposed to be out at night?
Well, I don't go out at night. My husband, he's a hunter. He said that he's noticed signs of the river turning its flow. Branches that used to be dammed here are no longer stuck in their position. Banks of water that have been flooded, seemingly in the wrong direction.
And where is your husband then?
Most likely right now he's in the fields. I'm going to deliver some water to him.
Perhaps we'll join you if you don't mind.
My husband says it's bad for the crops to have 3 or more people standing on the ground, so I politely asked to decline.
Ah, very well. Well, perhaps another time.
Maybe so. Maybe if you catch him on the 5th day of the week, that would probably be the best time to get him.
Need one other. You should be fine. I better need on Fridays.
At this point, she's beefing Alara, or what's her name was, no, not Elise, the lady that you guys were talking to, whose name was Alara. She takes her 2 water containers, puts them through her yoke, and says, it was an experience meeting you all. I hope that you do business fast and then leave. And she walks away.
That was weird.
Yes. Yes.
You guys have the well all to yourselves. It seems everyone else is scattered.
I'll look around.
So
Any real
really strange. The people are terrified. It seems like all of them are terrified of different things.
Elise would say, perk up, say, I don't remember a lot, but I know that when I was growing up, my family, they didn't really have all these knickknacks and stuff like that on them. Now, that was something I didn't know. I think I do remember the people around the town when we visit from like a market day. They seem to dress different than my family.
Yeah. Well, let's make this well then.
Well.
So the water seems to be
Pinky, Venny is going to just not glare, but really.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right with you.
I thought it was funny. So, which one of you want to go in the well?
From what you
Look
can
at
tell,
you or Elise, because you two are the small ones.
yeah, it would probably be a tight fit, but the rocks that are built in this well, they're probably good handholds if you want to clamber down. The water seems to be, from what you can tell from here, maybe 50 or so feet down, and it's hard to tell how deep it goes after that.
You just drop some water first.
Is there like a well bucket?
Yep.
Okay. She's going to gesture to you guys and then gesture at her small hands.
I'll gesture, I'll look down at myself and then I'll gesture at Opal.
I'm kind of losing track. Just think, okay, and then I'll just turn to head away.
It's gonna like put her leg up and like smarting and kick the bucket into the well.
No one grabs hold of the rope. It's tight to pulley. So
How many pounds of do you think the bucket holds?
it's probably like
2 gallon.
2-gallon bucket. It's not a big
So
bucket.
my mage hand can pull it up since no one's got the hints.
No. No.
My mage hand can crank it up because no one got the hint.
A hint?
The hint.
To dip the bucket and then draw it back up so we can have water.
Yeah, so, yeah, okay.
No one has done that.
Right, no one's done that yet.
So
Okay,
Benny
okay.
is just jumping
Sorry,
in
I
and
was-
she's like,
I thought there was like a hint that we're like that you're like.
Are we just
No, we're always kind of like that here.
Got that. I just wanted to play along like driving gestures.
Anyway, so he's gonna use her mage hand to break
I just now got it. Say anything about it.
I would say Adelaide probably has never drawn water ever.
neighbor? This is fun. Let me
You don't
know.
have to apologize, my lady.
Okay, well,
Do you go and help the mage hand?
yeah.
Right?
Let me help. You know what? Ladies would do this all day. And
You look down the well and it's gone like 5 feet. You just keep going.
Oh, it's only moved up 5 feet.
It's only moved up 5
And
feet.
you said this is like 50 plus, yeah.
it's about time I got my arm reps in.
You do arm wraps?
Go.
I don't. So it is about time. Legs every day.
Starts to kind of burn. You're like, oh, all right. That's what it's about. That's why we had servants. Nice.
Pretend that Jeremy's coming and you need to draw the gauge in.
Oh my gosh. This is why the servants could wear sleeveless dresses and look so good.
Eventually, the water bucket reaches to the top. Maybe more spiteful than it was when it was even at the bottom of the well. How much
You want
spite
to
was
trade?
being accrued by the cranking.
I'm gonna teach you a value.
You guys have a bucket of water. Congratulations.
I'll give you this. No, I want your triangle. Do an exchange.
So does anybody have some sort of spell that'll tell us if this is poison?
Nope.
But I can't heal myself from poison.
Then now we'll have you drink it.
Then you shall drink it.
One thing to remember, Opal, with your oaths as a paladin, one of the divine protections it gives you is the ability to
What is it?
be immune to disease.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Okay. Great.
Are you both wanting to drink it?
Sure.
You guys gonna drink the Kool-Aid?
Sure. And then it's Shrek 2 scene where the
Oh.
kid.
Donkey. All right. So you have like a little cup that you dip it with, and it pulls out like a wooden ladle.
What does it taste like?
I need you to make check. Maybe a perception check.
Constitution check. Perception iron. Constitution check.
Should I do the same since I'm also tasting
I
it?
did 19, and my constitution is.
I think you said
It's a
I
perception.
said perception.
Oh, my perception is.
Would you like to do this?
We'll watch what happens first.
Unnatural
22.
22. That makes sense, as there is no natural 22. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
So,
As you,
It was just the smart aleck comment, like.
yeah, that's what I thought.
I just wanted to point out the fact that,
That you're wrong.
well, as you taste the water with an unnatural 22, you know that you've tasted water before. You live in Felnor, one of the most, socio-political hotspots of the world. On the front running of, architecture, infrastructure, all these different sorts of things. And, this water, well, it comes from a well. It has more of a minerally taste to it. There also is kind of like a hint of something with a tinge of food. You taste something off.
Water's off. But I suppose we'll have to wait and
What do we need to do to go turn it on then?
Opal and start dancing.
One of the as you all start dancing, like the few villagers that were like the few villagers that are like poking their heads around. Go, what kind of dance moves is Opal doing?
Like,
Can I have you do a performance check?
Yeah.
is there any hallucination going on? Because the two of those mixed together would be
And
friends,
inside.
sleep, my crew, you know, kind of make it.
Make an insight check.
Those two.
I got a 14.
From all you can tell, you might be high.
The streams are coming back, man. Behind the well. You know me as Rebecca.
So the water is off or tainted somehow, yes?
Yes, it's definitely there's something off about it.
You feeling sick?
Not quite yet, but I mean, this is poisoned water, and not all the villagers are dead. I assume it may take some time before any effects take place. Unless I'm noticing now that.
You start convulsing violently.
Perhaps it's worth sending someone down the well?
I don't want to risk it. I heard once that there was a girl who came out of a well and was quite scary. She had black hair covering her face. Something called, maybe the Shining? Or
Yes,
the Rings.
Madella.
Yeah, no. Anyways.
I've heard dust.
Yes.
Lenny is going to pull out her.
I don't
You
have.
don't feel sick, just so you know.
Don't have. Purify water.
Going to take out her little rock of light.
Yep.
Well,
The light rock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little light rock, and she's gonna drop it. Just kind of. So she's going down with it. She's not. She ain't giving that up.
Oh, I thought I was going to.
No.
Do you want us to wait up here for you, or should
Okay,
we?
hold on. Let's see.
I don't.
If we'll cast light on this thing, she's gonna hold out the rock of gravity detection.
Yeah.
I'll catch light. This is a cantrip.
It's so hard.
You see from this point, you see the shining rock hit 50 feet below the water, and it slowly seems to ascend further and further. About a few seconds later, a little bit longer, it's what looks to be bomb and comes to rest. It's still glowing.
Where bubble is.
It's hard to tell, but you know, water refracting the light. It's hard to tell how deep the rock is from the top surface of the water. But if
Go ahead.
you'd like to do an intelligence check, you can maybe try to surmise what it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was she also able to see anything else
Yeah, or maybe
Um,
with
like
the light? Or
From
no?
this point of view, not really. As it's far enough down, it looks like a well. It has some water in it.
It's pretty far down.
Somewhere between 100 and
Perhaps we should
1 feet.
follow some of the leads from the mayor.
the oof rock.
I am going to.
Someone's gotta go get it.
I'm going to go down. I'm going to take out my light rock. And I'm just going to hold it
Uh-huh.
while I go down just far enough so that my mage hand can retrieve my oof rock.
Sure.
Light rock.
Do you want us to wait for you?
Nah.
She didn't say anything. We can go.
Okay.
As you get to the surface of the water, from this point of view, you can tell that the water is only about 30 feet deep.
That's not a lot of water left.
Is there any like side tunnels, any ways other?
Make a perception check for me now that you're down.
Something better than one. Okay. Oh, my perception. Right there. That's a 13.
From where you're standing, you can't see any. It's slow, so it's like a well.
Can I use my mage hand to kind of feel around the walls at the bottom of the well? Not necessarily like pushing anything,
Yeah.
looking for like a knob or some sort that lets it in. Just if there's an opening at the bottom
Yeah,
or somewhere along there.
That's a good point. Oh, well, I will say, since you've already looked, I'll let you do this next check. It will be a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
But because you've already looked once, I will say it will be with disadvantage.
Okay. What?
2 nat 20s.
That's a 10.
10. Yeah, for what you can tell at this point, unless you maybe got someone up or you went into the water, there's not really much else you can do to check from where you're sitting. And it's there's a light rock at the bottom of it, but it's dark enough that you can't really see the edges of the well, or if you're looking for.
Okay, so the hand just kind of floats around for a little while and doesn't really
It's like
make sense.
it's like a fish in water.
Okay.
The big mix.
I will scoop up my oof rock and I will return to the surface.
What time is it, by the way?
At this point, it's probably getting time.
While she's down there, is now a good time to mention that the mayor said that we shouldn't be out at night time?
Yes, that's a good thing to say.
How long do you think she's going to be?
Not long, she's best.
Can I hear anything down there?
You're
Things just like echo weirdly.
Yeah, I can't echoes kind of funky. You actually can move fairly well.
Well,
Just can't
Got him.
make out what they're saying.
Yeah, it kind of gets distorted, so you can tell that they're talking, unless they like try to shout it down.
Right.
But you hear a lot from the water lapping. Down here, though, you can get like kind of with your 13, you would get, a sense of like they're a little bit of a funky scent down here.
I don't know, have I ever jumped down a well before?
You assume it'd be musty,
Yeah.
maybe. It's wet. It smells wet. All right, you grab your gravity detection rock, and you head back to the surface.
Okay.
but the way I see it, we got two options. We can either try to talk to some more people, or we go enjoy a drink, and we go to the place where we sleep, and
Sleep sounds good.
Aren't we supposed to be investigating a monster that comes out at night?
Fighting sounds good.
the drinks.
If you want to be inebriated when we face that monster, that's all you.
I mean, it hurts less when you get punched, I guess. Alright.
I mean, let's go get drinks.
No,
We can have some candy.
you're the leader. It's alright. That's how this whole vigil thing works anyway, I guess.
Yeah, we're definitely getting food.
I'm going to send in the chat the list of names that the mayor gave you guys for the people who are afflicted.
If we go
Or
get
dead.
drinks, there's a good chance that there's probably some people we can talk to.
Good.
So that's the a list. That's a list of names of the families that were killed or had someone get lost. Something along those lines.
We're gonna head to our inn, or is there a bar? Are they the same? Are they different?
Bar.
Same thing?
No, it's similar thing.
Same thing. Okay.
Alright.
That's probably where we'll head off to then.
So not too far away, but kind of back the way you came from the mayor's estate, with making a different turn as you go down the street. You come to the two Zeros.
Oh.
As you open the door, you can see a large hearth heats and provides cheer in a very large common room. From what you could tell, this place probably gets a lot of visitors, maybe in different months, maybe spring when the fishing season's a little bit more busy.
Okay.
And this building kind of reflects that. It looks like this is built to house more people than are currently in it.
Sure.
There's inviting tables and well-maintained furniture that's spread around the room, allowing for groups to kind of segregate off into their own space, but also feel able to sit close together to feel like this place can be lively. Well, it would feel that way if there was anyone else in the bar. There's a few people sitting at the bar itself.
Otherwise, it's empty.
Yeah. You can tell that there's a door separating the kitchen from the main area, and a man with a clean apron is washing a mug behind the counter.
Drinks for my friend.
Oh, you're so generous.
You're paying for me.
Yeah.
All right. I'll grab like a coin out of my little pouch that sits on the side of my hip.
Well, thank you mighty kindly. What would it be? Would you like more mimosa?
Give me one of those fruity drinks.
You're talking like wine?
No, not wine. What is this man drinking? Hello, sir.
The guy leans towards you. He's got kind of like a kempt, partially shaven beard. His eyes are red. You can tell from his garb he looks to be maybe some sort of sailor. And as he looks towards you, he breathes out, and it's pungent. The smell of alcohol, and you can see what looks to be some suds still kind of trickling down his lip along his chin line as he looks at you in kind of half dazed haze. Don't mind. Don't mind Oswin Palmer. He's one of the locals. Kind of been a little bit busted up since all the other sailors just randomly took off without him and aren't here anymore. So missing the time out at sea. Or yeah, he's drinking whiskey.
Whatever is your favorite, it doesn't matter really.
My favorite? He leans in. To be honest, I don't really drink stuff. I like a tall glass of milk. But, you sure you don't want something a little stronger? You pay for it.
Give me to me.
Okay. I gotta go in the back for the good stuff. He heads towards the kitchen. As he comes back out with a large mug, frothing at the top with fresh cream. He's like, Betsy just gave it. Still warm.
I can't, sir. I'll tip my hat.
As you go for it, I need you to make a constitution check. Cool. It may still be milk, but this is hearty milk.
That's gonna be a unnatural 20.
You can keep your milk down. You're a connoisseur of many drinks.
Connoisseur. I've been around.
Yeah, you come up, you slam it down after, downing the whole thing. You have like the little lip line.
That's over my normal mustache.
It looks like a
You
golf.
actually can't see it because my mustache is white.
Yeah. If your mustache was any other color, you could tell.
Yeah.
What is there any other drinks? Anything else I can do for your kind folks? We're always happy to have new visitors at the Two Willows Inn.
Who has our papers? Probably Vinny.
You guys realize that a piece of paper is just about as
That's like a blanket.
I believe they ferociously into you just now.
The mayor last. It was you. You had the paper.
Oh, I don't have to paper.
Everyone do an inventory check. Roll a d10.
I will do an inventory check. I don't know.
Wait, hold on. Can you just if you let this happen, then
Sure.
Have you ever seen the Phineas and Ferb where they go around the world
Yeah.
and Ferb just pulls out this paper and he
And
unfolds
folds
it?
it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's totally fun.
Can I do that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have it in my pocket.
It's right here. It's just get folded in half to make a 10 card or so.
This is fun, the mayor.
Let me see that. Picks it up, shakes it out, kind of straightens it on the board. Mayor Vincent said this. That's getting pretty bad. Well, this has got his official seal on it, and so I don't see anything else I can do but say, glad that you're here and he's paying me. There's rooms up the stairs. If you're all right, I probably only have, I don't want to have to clean more than 2, but if you want to take it, we don't have any other guests here, so take as much as you want.
Does he seem to be does he have knickknacks and things as well?
Make an insight check for me.
He just, the way that he's talking, he seems like he's more. Yeah. That's not really good.
Culture.
That's gonna be a 12.
The 12?
Just 12, yeah.
From what you can tell, it's hard. He looks like a local, and he seems like, from what you can tell, the people here are, very eclectic. He still, seems to have that, but he seems a little more grounded. With a 12, you could probably tell that the people who deal the most with outsiders seem to have maybe the least eclectivity. So maybe because there are multiple interactions, it's not quite as strong with them.
Last one.
Or at least he knows how to hide it, so he doesn't, make people question him. He knows how to culturally interact with those from not his area, the world. Is that the last one?
No, I'm just saying that's his last one.
Okay, I was like,
No one give him any more friends. He's not allowed. No brownies, okay?
It's about this time he turns to, "Oh, Palmer, it's time for you to get back towards your house. If you don't get going, then the monster's going to get out and I'm going to keep you at your table again for another night." And the other guy says, "That'd be great. Another one would be great. Oswin, you gotta go home." Look. He kind of shakes his head. "I'll get you one more, but after that, you gotta promise me to go." "What you say, man? I'll be there when you need me."
This monster, we've been hearing a lot. Have you seen it?
Me? He kind of sits up and says, "To be honest, I haven't heard a ton. But I will say this, the wolves have been more active lately. I've never seen them go around this much and deal with things, and
Who stirs up the wolves?
I don't know what this monster is, what he's after, what's going on, but I'd say that whatever it is, the wolves and him may not get along, or maybe they get along great. He just knows how to rile them up.
I know who it is. It's the Wolf King. It's you! So, and
That'd be sweet.
Does the monster just hit residences? Does it hit establishments like yours?
Well, fortunately enough, thus far, no. I have a good understanding, though, with the mayor. He usually posts a guard or two around here at night. With that, I chip in a little bit, give them some drinks, and make sure that they're properly fed for the evening. And I think we have a good understanding. Thus far, I haven't had any issues. Most of it's been the houses more towards the edge of town.
so you're monopolizing, protecting your tavern.
I mean, I have to cover my assets.
Well,
2 games in one.
the guards that are posted out, they're not scared of the monster?
Oh, they're terrified of it. They stay inside. You don't go outside. Something about those mists. You go out in them, bad deal.
So the mists know that you have guards inside, and so they don't attack your establishment?
Maybe. I'll be honest, it's just nice not being the only one in here at this building during the night. Just having other bodies around. It's a sense of self-preservation. Having multiple people around you makes you feel more protected. I don't know if it actually do anything. I've seen what it's done to a couple of the other towns, or a couple of the other houses, I should say. There's no other towns on this island, but yeah, it's glad that we're in the center of our fine corner of civilization, to say the least.
So, you have another question. How is it that you have not been afflicted by this thing around?
I think I got past it about a week or two ago. I think for most people, they usually get over it, but we've had a couple of people who've gotten sick enough that we've gotten close to dying. We've had about maybe 2, usually elderly or young children, passed.
And do you drink the water?
Yeah, well, that's supposed to be water. I ain't gonna walk all the way down to the river. It's a good 5-mile walk. No, I wouldn't say that. The sickness isn't going to kill you quick, but I'll make you notice that most of those fields out inside of town, they haven't gotten plowed, haven't gotten seeded. And it's midsummer. We don't start planting soon, we ain't going to have anything for winter. And this town, you think they don't get a lot of visitors now? Well, we don't get anyone in the wintertime. So we don't have any food stores. No one's going to come and worry about us until winter unthaws, spring comes out, and we're all still frozen possums.
Just saying that if we don't cure the plague in a couple of days, we'll be fine. We should take care of the monster, because
Well,
he could come tonight and take more people. So,
I'll be honest. I've been thinking about this play because I'm a little nervous that it might be, the monster's quick and stuff like that. But I think if we come together as a community, we're tough. We've seen worse lights than this. Old Gnolliver, Madrick, he didn't even stand a chance 15 years ago. But I'm worried about is this slower death. This disease, it will kill us this winter if we ain't be able to properly raise the crop. But I've been thinking, like I said, there's an not old, There's rumors, no rumor, that there's a druid that lives underneath the waterfall from the head of the river. If you go up there and you talk to her, she might have what I've heard of, maybe some bitter crest roots, maybe some herb, maybe a different one. Maybe be able to help with this kind of plight. I had a friend we used to be in that area a lot. Me and my childhood friends. We spent a lot of time there. We found many different herbs in that area, and one of them, from what my mom told me, could help with, symptoms like this. Like I said, that bitter crest root. The person that'd be the fastest to be able to find, a substantial portion of that would probably be a druid. The rumor, like I said, is there's one underneath the water. Now, I don't know if I'm the type to trust a druid. I don't want to say it. I'm probably the most liberal-minded person in this town. So,
Trust your very liberal minded.
Like while he's talking, I'll get up and I'll kind of just walk around
the bar.
the bar, just looking at like
From where you see,
knickknacks.
it's kind of all weird as you kind of look out the window. You see what looks to be kind of fog, almost descending from the tops of the mountains, starting to roll down into the valley. As you look out, you can see the last little dregs of sunlight peeking through the clouds, slowly wanes down. Well, anywho, if you do go get some, I've been saving up a stash. I gotta watch out for my assets, like I said, and these people are probably the best people that I've ever known to drink alcohol any time of the year. I'd be willing to give your group 50 gold pieces if you're able to get some of this bitter fresh root, bring it back to me, and we can deal with it.
Right. Let's do it.
Sure.
Or,
We'll do it.
nope, not right now, right? You're gonna stay here.
You guys will probably notice that Red has lingered, just staring at what seems to be probably a
These days. Are those batteries?
bassoon or a guitar or something on the wall.
Bassoon?
With the reed
A reed thing or
Or a guitar.
a guitar. Maybe it's an instrument that's both.
It's a bassoon guitar. It's a battery. Batteries don't taste good, Hayes.
And then you guys will all be like, yeah, and he'll turn.
Save your life.
As you're coming back, good old Graves, Larson, the innkeeper, he'll run up. Oh, looks like it's about time to start. Hope you all brought a third pair of shoes.
I did.
Okay. I would change into him now. And he's going to go out and start shutting all the shutters for the door.
It's another superstition. Every time, it's just what. Anytime it's something weird like that, that's funny. Third pair of shoes, huh?
Well, I hope that you all just settle in. Let me know if you need anything, and I'll be here. It does look though it's going to be pretty thick tonight, so if I were you, I'd stay inside.
Staying inside. What we're supposed to find is outside.
Settle up. Settle up.
Ladies, senoritas.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy.
Alice, how do you feel? Do you want to go outside? These ladies want to go outside. Do you want to go outside?
I mean, gosh, as long as we stay close to each other and don't get too far away.
Outside.
I've always wanted to feel the crisp dew air that I read in a book in Tepesh. They say that the the midnight essence, the cool air is one of the best feelings of the region. I know what air is, I promise. As you guys head towards the door, Grace will be like, you guys going out right now?
It's what we've been hired to do, I guess.
We are vigils.
Oh, vigils. Oh, I need to grab my choice bed shoes. Oh, I'll be good luck for you guys. I hope that you guys are able to take out this monster quick. Wow, vigils in our own little town. It's a mighty fine day. We might even have to break out the fifth pair.
I'll leave you a good omen of my own, and I'll like as we're leaving, as he's like shutting a blind, a card will like appear like right there.
You gotta go this way, Hendrik. That way.
You got the line. Well, with that, as you guys make the goal, when you start heading out, unless you had something real quick, sorry. We're gonna go break.
Yeah,
Right.
go break. Go break.
We're gonna go break. Go.
Let's go break.
Let's do it. Let's have a break.
House.
Dungeon. Steadwick house.
Dungeons and Dragons.
The deep dish was pretty good.
Yeah. If it was bad, then I'd be concerned.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I had the Italian beef, which was really good.
Ooh, tasty.
What's
What's the difference between American beef and Italian beef?
yes, spicy. I think
So is it the Italian seasoning or the beef? It's different.
It's a type of sandwich. That's what Italian beef is.
Oh.
It's a
I
sandwich
don't
that
know.
it's like a French dip almost,
Yeah, yeah.
but like they put like
But
pepper or
Italian dip.
something. Yeah, but they soak it.
In like the dip sauce.
Yeah, they'll
It's like
pour
a
the
wet
sauce.
sandwich.
Yeah, it's a wet sandwich.
Doggies.
Yeah,
I kind of want to try it, but also not.
it was pretty good.
Okay. I bet it
I didn't get it wet though. I got it
on the side.
dry and on the side, and then I kind of poured it on my own leisure.
Yeah.
Which maybe that's not how you're supposed to do it, but that's how I did it.
How dare you, you uncultured swine.
Yeah, there it is. So,
Perfect.
hey, we're back.
I think we're back. All right. As you guys step out of the door, you're met with town slowly being encroached on. Fog.
Anything happens. Someone is holding. You're holding Elisa's hand, right?
Yes.
Okay.
At least it's like, okay. Pablo will reach down as well.
We'll go 1, 2, 3 to see.
I'm 49! As Pablo like throws her out of there.
I feel like my character will be kind of cautiously like thumbing cards and like doing the waterfall, like yeah.
Yeah. As you guys stand there, the fog slowly kind of coalesces around buildings, swooping through, almost kind of like water, trying to flow and hit the lowest spot in the ground.
Okay, cast
Slowly.
invisibility.
Slowly filling up. Sure, you can definitely cast invisibility. You can definitely hit a pencil.
I have a pencil right here.
Here you go, babe.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, are you guys standing kind of on the front of the inn? Or are you
I thought you would have stepped into like the middle of the street.
Yeah, so like you're kind of almost in the center of town. It seems like from all sides
Even from like the ocean, the pool, like
it's kind of like
or the lake, I guess, right? Or
the city sits kind of in almost like a trough area now. And while there may be more stuff down, it has a sense that the fog kind of rolls in and then starts swirling, almost starting to kind of coalesce and then fill up this area, kind of like water does when poured into a dish. You guys sitting presumably on one of the lower spots of the dish slowly feels yourself being surrounded as first it kind of comes up just to your ankles and then slowly the fog fills up, encompassing you. You can see kind of the distant torchlight, lanterns and torches strapped to various buildings around, kind of giving the only semblance of direction and any semblance of the same world that you're in, as this one now feels strangely foreign, especially for those with dark vision, because you've never gone in an area of complete blindness. Or you have. You close your eyes and can't see anything. But it's uncanny. They said that when the fog is this thick, you can put your hand in front of your face and you can't hardly see it. And with that, it seems true. For intents and purposes, you guys are blind after 5 feet.
So we only have a 5 foot.
You have a 5 foot
But that's if we have dark vision.
That's if you have sight, and then dark vision will help once the light is completely on. Luckily enough, you guys are kind of in town. There are torches around. It's still dark, but
No. I'm gonna cast a magic card and just have 3 of my cards kind of start to glow faintly.
you sit there tense, waiting for something to happen. And the most unsettling part of it would be the omnipresent silence that has befallen the village. Earlier, you heard people, maybe shouting curses to drive away bad omens. You heard pools clanking, the shuffle of feet outside.
People getting there for things.
But now you don't hear anything. Besides Pablo. He's a little scared.
So do we think that this is all some superstition? That maybe there's nothing actually out there?
Well, there's something that's taking kids and families.
And you saw the records. The houses, right? There was mashed houses from the view we took.
Yeah, there's ones that seem to be, crumbled down. One particularly looked like it was set on fire.
It's got to be a something. Monster or not, something is causing destruction.
Perhaps it's the devil himself.
Or Sir Hepburn.
No, it's not him.
Winnie the Pooh.
No, it's not that one.
I guess see invisibility was a waste. Can I not do that since I can't see?
I mean, if something invisible comes within 5 feet of you,
You still got it up. It lasts for like an hour. Never know.
it's okay.
Oh, do we try and get its attention?
Perhaps we walk around a bit.
We shouldn't go too far from shelter. But also, I hate the idea of learning the beast of that poor man. That was the case.
Now, I will tell you, if we do encounter a beast or monster of some kind, fighting is not my thing.
Well,
So I'm relying on you ladies.
wow. What a knight in shining armor.
I never said I was a knight.
I know. Anyways,
You are a knight, yes.
I'm
Oh, buddy.
As you guys slowly start,
Ignore
We appreciate you being here. As you start,
as you start,
Wait.
as I'm trying to start, as you start making your way slowly around town, keeping close enough to where you guys never not be able to see each other's shadows.
Well, if you only see 5 feet, so.
Yeah, you guys are pretty connected. You guys slowly make your way around. For the first 15 minutes, it's slow going. But as soon as the night rolls on it, you're waiting, you're like, okay, what's going on? You guys hear a noise. A soft pad of a foot scraping dirt.
How far? Can we go?
Maybe 30, 35 feet ahead.
Is there a rock on the ground?
There is a rock on the ground.
Can I take a look?
Yeah.
Can I skip it towards where I'm hearing it?
As you all kind of quietly reach down, sounds like the sound has also stopped. It's kind of listening. Are you guys making conversation? Or you guys
I think we would stop talking.
had you been silent for the last little while?
For the last little while, we were kind of probably making light, like just kind of very whispers, maybe.
I would say by this point, being in the mist, you guys are soaked through.
Interesting.
Find yourself quite wet. As the mist coalesces and condenses on you, you feel it into your clothes. It's almost like walking through a shower by this point. As you pick up the stone, you skip it towards the sound. You would hear foot something slide across the ground. It sounds like there's maybe a little shuffle, and you hear something go. As you hear foot start running towards you guys. Touch me! As it draws closer, you hear that as like as out of the mist runs a figure climbing right into Opal. You find this shorter figure run into you, kind of hit you. They hit you, bounce off, and kind of land into the mist.
Can I reach to grab them? I'm gonna put you here, bud. Hey, what's up? Oh, you're drooling on me.
As you grab
Handle.
a smaller hand. You reach up, you pull it closer to you to where you can see it through the mist. You find what looks to be a younger teenage boy.
Did you want me to roll or no?
You can be good. It's fairly easy.
And
you see that he's in kind of simpler trousers and a loose shirt, with sleeves kind of rolled up, even with the nightly chill, and kind of what looks to be kind of like maybe a towel that's been twisted and tied around his head, maybe for like something for a sweatband. He has just a small pouch at his side, and you see in his other hand he's holding a sling. And as he looks up, he's oh, you're not it. Well, that makes more sense why I ran into you. I thought it was going to be bigger. Oh, yes, spooky thing. Oh my gosh.
what are you doing?
As he realizes he's been caught, he kind of looks sheepishly at you and said, well, I heard that there was vigils in town, and, well, I was the first person that saw the monster a month and a half back, and I figured, well, if you guys were out here braving the mists, I'd seen it before, I could brave it too. Maybe I could help.
These look like when you saw it. Nice, it's very brave of you.
Thank you. And he kind of puffs up, and as he kind of like puffs up, he realizes Elise is right next to him, and for a second there,
Just died in your arms tonight.
that's what's going on in his head, but he just looks like this.
Look who's here!
Elise would be like,
They've got two different soundtracks going on. Dun, 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 it was sad. Dun, 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 dun.
Exactly.
Is she even nervous at all? Elise?
Kind of looking around. She's, I guess they're talking to him. I'll keep an eye out.
Did you get a hair?
Are there others of you?
Others from me? What? No, I'm, I think, the only one that's around. And he reaches out his hand to kind of shake it.
Opal's gonna.
Okay.
He reaches up to your shoulder.
Okay.
It's good to meet you. My name's Alphonse Larson. My dad's the innkeeper.
Yes. You are going back to the.
Oh, well, I don't know if that'd be a good idea. I mean, well, wait. As he kind of like tries to tug, like, as you're like just dragging him on the dirt. He's like, puts his small, kind of simple sandals, dragging, like, wait, I know how to, look, I've been around this before. At least let me help with some of the wolves that are going to be coming.
Wolves?
I mean, didn't you guys listen?
It did, so not in that sense.
Look, my dad may be the innkeeper, but I'm the second son. So my older brother, he's runs the morning shift. My dad lined me up with work as a shepherd. So I've chased away some wolves on my own. As he kind of like looks over towards Elise and he says that. Look, I saw it. It was a night that I was watching over the flock and the creature.
Okay, go. You're fine. How does this kid look?
He looks probably around the same age as Elise. Look, like I said, I saw the creature when I was watching some sheep, and I know what to look for. I at least let me help you know the spots, and then I'll go back to the inn.
Well, stop there. Can Benny kind of like been concealed and like just kind of appear next to him without him really noticing him, like sneak up on him?
Here, we get a sneak benefit check.
While you're doing that, I'll kind of jump in. I'll say, "Man,
Oh, that part.
don't sneak up on us like that, all right? I thought you were Venny.
Venny? Who's Venny?
She just scares me sometimes, you know?
Can I have advantage? Because I'm in the mist. I'm wearing all black.
With the
I haven't given anyone dark inspiration because I was going to wait a little bit longer, but that's probably best.
I don't know if there's anything particular, like you're fully concealed, and anyone who's blind within that, he might be able to sense you coming up depending on what you rolled. If you rolled higher or not.
Well, it's a 12.
It's a 12. As you kind of come up behind him, he rolled a nat 20. This guy's not perceptive, but maybe something is in the air that he's got him on jet. He goes, whoa! Oh, it's just a short one. Oh,
Red gets a little jumpy when you pop out. You scare him.
I thought that was a wolf.
Yeah, she's actually a leader.
Oh, I'm so sorry. As he kind of does about, and then what he'll do is he'll take off his pair of shoes, his sandals, and he'll hold them out to you.
Then he's going to use Mage Hand to, just kind of, like the 2-finger hold of pair of shoes.
I'm so sorry. I hope that those will serve you well. And he grabs from his bag another pair and puts them on.
Exactly her size.
Oh, I guess that doesn't work as well. I'll think of something. I know the cobbler. He's a good guy. His son's my friend. I think I can get you another set. Keep him. No, keep him. I don't want some I don't want anything bad to happen tonight. And if I took him back, that might, like I said, my family's pretty forward thinking.
Do you?
I'll lean over to Elise and say,
This guy seems to be the real deal.
What?
The real.
Then he's going to hold out the shoes to Elise. Think these will fit you?
Probably. What size of foot do you got? And the boy goes, big. And she, here, let me see. And then she walks over next to him and put him up. He goes, puts his foot up next to hers, about the same size. He like kind of scoots it, like, like she's like here, and then he kind of brings it down to try to make his toes stick fast. He's like, yeah, we're about the same size. I mean, it's a little chilly for me to be wearing sandals, but thanks. So he goes, at least someone gets to use my pardon shoes. Anyways.
Well, why don't you lead us to wherever the monster was? And Vinny, take this.
and I'll you'll notice that I'll kind of point to your sleeve, and out of your sleeve there's a card kind of just hanging that's appeared there. You now have bardic inspiration.
Nice.
It says, I owe you on the card.
You have to flip it. I'm just gonna stick it.
Let's go.
Bardic.
Alphonse will say, well, I'm glad that you guys are at least willing to let me stay with you. I've spent most of my life, nights staying out here in the mist, so I'm pretty good at, walking around in it as he turns around and kind of stumbles into through a puddle and is like, yeah, so I'm pretty good at it. Anyways, most of the time, I've noticed that you guys have been kind of going in a circle, but you've been sticking a little bit too close to the inside town. I think if we go towards the edge, we might have a little bit better prospects of catching it when it's coming into town, rather than once it's already in and maybe eating people, things like that.
I mean, eating people is a good distraction.
It's true. I don't know if that's a good thing.
That was dark even for you.
It's too much.
Lead the way. And while we walk, you said that you've seen the monster before?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's big. It's got big arms and probably big teeth, big red eyes, really big red eyes.
So we've only seen the eyes.
Well, yes, but I could tell it was big because of how high up the eyes were off the ground. It's,
As big as, let's say,
Oh, thanks. Wow.
no, bigger. Like,
We're not going to use friends to describe the bigness of a monster.
I don't.
His hair washed too. He does, yeah. Okay, so
I don't see what's wrong with that. It was a compliment.
Maybe say muscular next time.
I didn't really see its shape. But it had to have big arms if it was tall, unless it was, really weird looking.
It could be weird, but look,
It can be.
what's it about as weird looking as him?
when you say that, I'll cast Disguise Self and deform my face.
Is he a fairy?
Vinny's just gonna roll her eyes. Yes, he's a fairy.
And he'll take off his sandals and please don't curse my family and my children. My future children. I don't have any right now. I promise. Yeah, like that at least.
I'll reach out, and as I reach out, I'll make my tattoo that's around my face curl and coil all the way up, like right before, and then I'll take it and it'll come back.
I think I'm gonna be sick, and not because of the disease. Anyways,
Are you sick?
I don't think so. I feel pretty good. Most of the people who have been sick have just been staying inside the house. We've been doing what they call in the big city a quarantine. It's been working fabulously, except for the people that are stuck inside their houses. We need to deliver water and stuff like that, and food, and it's been kind of a strain on the people who are healthy. But I think it's been going pretty good. I don't know. I usually spend most of my time in the pasture.
Sounds like you have quite a lot of problems. A monster, disease,
The fire.
Service.
Yeah. It's been kind of one thing after the other. My dad says that he's worried what's going to happen next spring, and he's hoping that we'll have a ship come soon. Maybe he's thinking about taking us to the big city for, the winter, then coming back once the trade season starts up again. I think that'd be kind of exciting. After his little conversation, he's got his third set of sandals on for the night. All right. Well, let me show you where I saw it.
Belt full of sandals. Spring.
That's how they carry it around, and they just take one loop off, like they're on carabiners, basically.
So, as Alphon leads you through the town, he seems to be kind of excitable. He's got this massive smile on his face, and he's talking about he's a crack shot with his sling. He's been practicing since he was little. He seems to kind of almost orbit Elise and Adelaide, but bouncing between everyone. But he seems to kind of go back towards that area as time goes on.
By the way, the Bardic Inspiration lasts only 10 minutes. So.
Okay.
It's about at this time as you guys come, he stops you and says, "You hear that?" And it's at that point that you can hear from the distance what sounds to be a wolf howl. Let's say 3 packs. Probably 3 in each. And they're coming towards the town quickly.
Are the wolves friends of the monster, do you suppose?
As he grabs the sling and is pulling out what looks to be, rocks that have been ground down to a fairly circular shape from his pouch where he keeps pulling sandals from. He says, I don't know if they're friends of the monster. I know the one thing, they're not friends of me. And he'll have kind of his sling weighted and standing there kind of ready.
You mean of us, right?
I'd most likely assume I've never had any friendly encounters with the wolves here. I will say, though, they've seemed more agitated recently.
Perhaps we go inside somewhere?
Might not be a bad idea.
I'll follow the ladies. The senoritas, if you will.
Hello. You propose we take shelter?
Well, I've dealt with the wolf, maybe 2. Usually we can chase them off one good whack or hit, and they don't want much more fight in them.
But there are much more.
He kind of gulps. That's been one of the issues. There's been more coming around lately. It's like the whole island's alive. Everything's trying to kill our little town.
So why don't we take them out?
Okay, yeah.
We actually get rid of them, then they won't be persistent and keep coming back.
I think that's a great idea. And it's about that time that you'd hear not too far off. Sound of a growl.
Then, like,
We've made it towards the outside of the town from what we're aware. I guess we can't really see.
Yes.
We're just following the kid.
We need to waste this opportunity to find whatever's out here.
There's a growl right next to us.
Are we rolling?
Are we rolling initiative?
I would need you guys to roll initiative.
Many hide first.
No.
I would say not.
Alright.
Are you can give two people advantage, remember?
Yes.
You have
Alphonse.
Well, I mean, you don't always have to choose yourself, but you're
No, because I get advantage
With her-
the thing.
Oh, and then you choose it. Oh,
You
right.
got her armor check.
I have a weapon of warning. I do not need it.
Opal, you're next.
Sure, why not?
Nice. You don't fight, otherwise I would. I'm preparing my dice. So that's
Poor
why-
choice. Poor choice.
Because you're our. Okay.
No, it's not a poor choice.
I think it's a poor choice. I don't know.
Don't forget Lise.
I am getting her checked out currently.
My dice do not like
Great.
Where is Elise?
Mickey, can you help?
Where
Yes.
is?
Oh, no.
How dare you do that? Yeah, what's up?
No, that. No, that's it's up.
I need.
As we hear that growl, I'll say, Wayne, you still in there?
You feel kind of a chagrined feeling
Yeah.
coming from you.
I forgot about my new thing. Or
Oh.
Sentinel. You or friend within 10 feet plus 3 to initiative.
I guess you
Wait, so each of us within 10 feet?
You or friend.
Only one friend or all friends?
It's in her aura within 10 feet, which you guys all would be currently.
Oh, so we all had +3?
That's 30.
That just hurt me.
Including me.
Yeah.
Yeah, include you.
Nice.
Very.
That's cool.
That's
Anyway, as I say that and you were like, what? Like, Wayne doesn't really like other animals, if you know what I mean.
But do we already know who Wayne is?
You have no idea.
Oh, yeah, it's his tummy. That's what Adway's thinking. He is feeling not very sick.
Oh, is Wayne feeling a widow sick?
Alright. Well, bring it on.
Okay. Wow. He rolled insanely well.
Oh, he is all Chase's characters.
Right?
We have
Oh my god.
DM characters on our
I rolled
side.
a nat 20 for Alphonse, and I rolled a nat 20 for Elise.
What?
They both go at the same time.
I beat them.
You might. They both got a 25. Do you beat that?
No, I tried with them.
Okay. Well, have you go first, Opal,
20? What's
Nice.
this mission? Five.
because of her bonus.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It's +3.
Right, so it's 3 plus 2.
They both have +2 dice.
We all is.
Has it been more than 10 minutes? Or are we are we close to that 10-minute mark? I just
Yeah, do I
want
still
I'm
have
trying
more
to see if
inspiration?
You still have it. Most likely because Alphonse joined you guys. You guys could find you found where the wolves were kind of coming into town a little faster or something like that. And then Elise. All right. And then 20 to. Yeah, she has high initiative.
That's all the alert feeds.
With that, who got 20 to 15? 25, 19,
15.
15.
I guess I'm the only one. I got you said it's a +3?
Yeah.
8.
Adelaide, and then Venny.
The wolf would probably all go before me.
You'll also get +2 to saving throws when you're 10 feet near me. So
I think it's +3
okay.
to charisma modifier. Oh yeah, that's right. It is +2.
Ooh, you're the one who told me to +2.
I did tell you.
Paladins are 6 for that reason. Because now we just have Paladins. We have to be your friend because it's like if we're
If you're
not,
not your friend, then you don't get bonuses.
Yeah.
She is literally a friend with benefits.
Don't say that.
Paladins always friends with benefits.
Gross.
I mean, not the typical ways you'd use that, but alright, let me roll for some wolves.
Oh, cute. People are having babies.
While Chase is figuring it out, you know what I realized last session? When we were doing silvery barbs, it meant that you, Adelaide, had to have been succeeding on every single one of your things for us to be able to cast it. So you can only cast it when someone succeeds a saving throw or succeeds a check. So
She was doing
great as the cheerleader. You had to have been succeeding them every single time.
Rest.
Ideally, like
During the fight, during the wrestle.
Okay.
that's just it. That's all I realized.
That's funny. I love that.
That is really funny. I'm just getting one last thing prepared, and then we should be able to kill some wolves. Or maybe they'll kill you. We don't know yet.
Does that affect only? Who does this affect?
All right.
Look at some spells.
Oh, yeah, what is it? Oh, I went to the wrong thing. Whoops. That's the one I needed. All right. As you guys find yourself, see kind of glistening black eyes in the surrounding area. First off is Opal. You are first up and you are ready to go as you see that there are some wolves around.
I see them.
You can tell that they're around. You can hear, but you can't see them from where you're standing.
I will then, since I cannot see, cast Moonbeam on where I can hear the most audible wolf.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. It just happens, right? And it's on them, and it affects them on their turn.
Move the pencil again, and then tossed it because Hayes was putting it in. Thank you.
I do have a map too, if you want a map. But I guess we can only see 5 feet in front of us, so
Yeah, I don't know if it'd be as
beneficial.
beneficial. Basically, your ranged options currently are limited.
All right.
You could definitely still try to attack something that's not within 5 feet of you. It's also hard, for what you can tell, Opal, there you can only sense about maybe 2, which seem to be kind of right up in front of you currently.
So they're really close,
Probably about 30-ish feet away that you can hear.
and they sound in front of me.
Yeah.
Right?
Like you can hear and kind of sense where they're at, but you don't know exactly where they're coming from.
Okay. I think I might still do Moonbeam because I don't think it'd be wise to jump forward and then get further and further away from the town. That's my thought process.
Sure.
Alright. 5-foot radius, 40 feet. 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range. I've center it 30 feet in front of me. It's a 120. It's a evocation.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, you're good. I get.
when a creature starts its turn.
Yeah, so it happens once it's the wolves' turns if they're inside. Just so you know, I rolled and I know how many wolves are being affected by it. So.
Just remember when it's their turn, then we roll damage.
Yep, I will.
Okay.
And you may need to remind me as well.
Then I still have one action.
That should have been your action.
No, I agree. I was just saying that as I agree. I have one action. I was just spelling it out as if I were attacked, I have two.
You have to attack.
That's what I meant. I'm just talking out loud.
Yeah, as you see through the fog, almost kind of like the beam of a UFO, if there's UFOs in this world, comes through the fog and lands in an area ahead of you, making it almost, in a sense, harder to see through now that there's this kind of stark moonlight. Everything becomes, this grayish tone all around you as the light refracts all through this mist.
Get rid of it.
It's not going to change. Just so you know, it's not going to change. Like if you're driving through fog and you have your brights on, it actually makes it hard to see. So, it's not going to change anything in the fight.
Okay. I thought that's what you were saying. Now you are completely blind. You're blind.
I was giving
Right.
some wordage to it.
Okay.
All right. With that, Alphonse will say, "Stay back. It's dangerous," and he'll kind of be saying that to Elise, and he will pull out his sling and he's going to lob a stone towards the wolves.
At disadvantage.
It's at disadvantage.
Yeah.
He got that 20 on one of his.
Oh my gosh.
But the other one is just barely enough to hit.
Cool.
He launches it. That doesn't make any sense.
Alpha on this one.
As you hear a as it sounds like he was able to strike through with one weapon.
How do you know where it was?
And
That's why
it seemed to be
disadvantage.
pretty good damage. All right. All right. With that, Elise will say, "Oh, you don't need to worry about me." And she'll walk up and kind of go to cast something, and she'll look down at her hands, and her turn is unused.
Oh no.
What? I'm confused. She can't use magic?
We don't know. I'm assuming that's what it is.
She casts a spell, just so you know.
Cool.
What school spell was it?
I don't know.
Is it evocation?
That's what I told you.
As it starts up, just a few seconds later, it fizzles out.
Since you forgot, will it still harm them?
Sure.
Thank you. But now we know it'll disappear after what? Okay.
You feel
Wait,
a
Magic
sense.
doesn't work very well here.
Oh yeah.
We're remembering this now?
It's fine. I got some hits. The DM forgot.
Well, that changes some things.
Same. Wake it up.
With that, Elise, having used her turn, trying and failing to cast a first level spell, it is some wolf's turns.
The wolves turns.
At this point, one wolf would run towards the group and it will position itself. As Elise kind of stepped up to cast a spell, nothing happening. And it's about that time a wolf comes out from the shadows just in front and tries to bite. As it runs up and gets within range, the 5-foot range, it still misses as it goes up and jumps in. And she kind of backs up and she.
That was who that jumped at?
Elise.
Doing a good job.
That's only the second wolf, or the first wolf. The second one comes up as well, with its wolf buddy right next to it. Receives pack tactics.
Dangerous.
She does. That wolf got a nat 20 on her.
Oh.
With that, 3. I need her
4.
4 plus 2.
6.
She's has taken 6 damage. Ooh. It seems like it gets a really good bite into her arm, and kind of wrenches on her. And she falls prone from the wolf's bite, pulling her down.
Would I see that?
Yeah, you would. She's only like 5 feet ahead.
I'll just yell like, "Hey! Elise is down! I need backup! I need help!"
Lingering injuries.
That's better. I always forget that we did the lingering injuries thing.
Hey, come on that point.
Right, I know.
Now you're trying to.
As she falls, you can see her hit the ground with a big thump, and it almost sounds like there's a crack. She grasp. Yeah, looks like she might have
We're gonna
broken.
get Baron's little sister killed.
Alphonse goes. With that, it is one more wolf's turn. This one will go after Alphonse.
The kids.
As maybe this might have been the wolf that he hit. It will hit. Not looking good. And then he he's also knocked prone as another wolf kind of charges up, pushes him over and bites down kind of on his shoulder area. With that, Adelaide, it is your turn.
See? What happens? I don't know magic is gonna work very well, but she's gonna try to her Twilight Sanctuary so she can give people some bonus points for protection.
Is that concentration or?
It is concentration.
Ooh.
Angels.
Oh wait, Chase, were those the wolves in the moonbeam again?
Yes, they were actually. They need to make a Constitution saving throw, right?
Yes, 2D.
One fails. One saves. What's your thing? One saves and one fails. So 2 fail.
Fair.
Do you want to roll damage?
Yeah.
Isn't just comforting me?
Upstairs.
1 second. If you brought
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah, you just keep saying upstairs, but you're not finishing your sentence.
So as they are biting down, your your spell kind of flashes back for just a second, as you never lost concentration on it. It seems like
He's gonna break that if he hangs on.
that one is concentration.
Moonbeam?
Yeah.
It's a infiltration.
It's concentration spells still. Concentration and invocation are two separate things.
I think you're right, but yeah.
For some reason, I will say this. You did seem to cast the spell anyways. Something seemed to have suppressed its
Yes.
effect. And as they grab a hold of these, that effect kicks in. One of them falls limp dead. Make another one. You need, that's 15. Actually, with that, two of them fall dead. And the third one, how much was it? You said
15.
15? Yeah, all three of them get vaporized by you.
Hurrah! Hooray! Hey, don't attack my friend.
The two children have still on the ground. You can still hear more wolves coming.
That's okay. You two, get behind me.
Adelaide, you would like to try casting something?
Twilight Sanctuary.
Sure.
It's not concentration. It's
It's part of your channel divinity, right?
yes.
Yes, you can do so.
Yeah.
Remind me, how many temporary hit points do people get? It's on their turn, correct?
Yeah.
I'm scared or like having or like if you're charmed or frightened, you gain 1d6 plus my cleric level, which is
7.
7. 7 plus
Does that renew on our turns, or just a one-time thing?
It renews every turn.
Okay.
As long as she keeps it
you
up.
can do it, right?
Yeah, so it just replaces the old one.
Does it have to replace it if you like the old one better?
No.
I know we talked about this before, right?
No, it doesn't need to. You can choose which one you want to go with. All right. Definitely roll.
Oh my goodness, 27 temporary hit points. I just rolled that 20.
Uh,
That's not how that works. 27! I rolled 20 on d6. 7. I have 7.
perfect.
1.
7 plus 1,
No, just 7.
but you have a
Is
plus
it-
7 to the roll.
So it's your
Oh,
What'd you roll? Yeah,
good grief, you guys. I'm so sorry.
it is not a problem.
27 temporary hit points.
With that,
eventually we'll get there.
Benny, it's your turn.
All right. So just to clarify, the wolves that Opal just killed, are they the ones that were right in front of Elise? And
Yes. So, but you do hear what sounds to be more movement around you. Though this is hard to place. It seems like the other wolf, there's more to this group than just the first 3.
okay,
I mean, that's what Alphonse had said earlier. It's what about.
yeah, and I had a plan. Then you killed the wolves, and now I don't know because I didn't see anybody else.
Oops.
It's okay. It was good that you killed 3 of them. I would have only been able to kill maybe 1. Okay, well, I'm going to risk casting Fairy Fire into the distance, where I kind of
Sure.
the 20-foot
That makes sense.
cube. Yeah, kind of where I think they would all be.
Okay, definitely. You can definitely cast it.
Okay.
As you cast it, currently it goes right into it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it seems to be working. Whatever caused Opal's spells to fluctuate for just a second, and Elise's seems to have passed. But it was definitely noticeable, like there seemed to be something happening with magic, something faulty.
Right. Okay, so in that case, there's the Fairy Fire. Any creature in the area spells cast is outlined if they fail a dexterity saving throw.
I need to roll for a few.
Yeah.
What's your spell save DC?
They're 13. It would be 12 normally, but because this is my charisma, it is 13. Because it's a fairy spell, not a wizard spell.
Are the wolves more scared because it's a fairy spell?
So of
And then they start
the wolves you
bring up their
see
chicken foot.
from the mist will looks to be one outline showing up not too far away to your right. And
Is there a possibility of more of them being?
I rolled for
Okay, you rolled. Okay, that's right.
it's all rolled.
Alright. Cool. Then I am going to move in that direction and hide somewhere.
Okay, sure. As you run over there and hide, make a hide check.
I would also like to hide up.
Like in the mist up above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that I am not like at level that to like jump in order to get me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Good. Still. 15.
15?
Yes. Disappointing. Literally have a plus 10.
Is a 15 hit or no?
No, I'm hiding. Yep. Literally,
I mean, you could just fly above the wolves.
yeah. I'm flying up, but I want to hide so I can get sneak attack damage.
Yeah.
You can sneak attack though by just having us next to someone.
Yeah, but the ones that are next to us were all killed by Opal.
Oh,
Killed out 3.
how many are left now? Do we know? We
There are
don't.
more in the mist. We don't know. One of them is lit up by fairy fire, though.
Chase said 3 groups, 3 in each pack. Not to be exact, but
So 9.
more of that. I just killed 3.
So now there's
So,
only
That's a
6.
third.
Good.
Yeah.
So,
How's Elise and them doing?
On the ground.
bleeding is just broken ribs.
I have no healing, so
Are you not done with your turn yet?
I am, yeah, but I got my 10 hit. Good. It's just plus 8, right? Every time? Is that what you roll?
You roll.
is it what is it, a D6?
6 plus
Can I keep pushing it, or do I have to roll it myself?
You could.
Is that the beginning of a turn or end of a turn?
No. Yeah, you roll this way.
Beginning of a turn or end of turn?
It doesn't matter because my turn is ending now. So.
Well, but it does matter.
The next one.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
The person that will affect most
But it ends their turn in the sphere. What do you mean it'll affect me the
Did I
most?
move out of the
will
sphere?
affect you next.
Did I move 38 feet away from her?
No. You're good. With that, some wolves turn. As some wolves, what was your hide check? Venny, what was your hide check?
15.
15? Okay. Okay, good to know. What's up, Faith? All right. As you guys see some wolf, you hear around you in the shifting of the mist. It's hard to see. And, kind of in the spur of the moment, you guys have circled around. You hear the wolves start howling. It makes it a lot easier to tell where they are. Specifically, 3 of them, not too far away. They seem to be coming from the right side of you. You see one. You went to the left. You hear wolves from the right, kind of more slowly, but they're howling loud right next to you. They will spend their turn doing that. The 3 over by you, Vinny, 2 of them will rush up. One will try to attack Opal. Opal, that is 21 to hit. That will be 8 points of damage, and I need you to roll a strength saving throw for me.
Do I get the +2 as well?
You do? Yeah, you do. I think we already added that into your saves, so just roll. That's 5.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's that. 17. You are good. As this wolf comes out of the mist, it jumps towards you, grabbing onto your arm and trying to rip it down, pulling you down with it. You are able to brush it off, even though it leaves some pretty hard gashes on your arm. You are okay. The next one, though, will also attack you. That will be with that will be a 20 to hit. Oh wait, he gets advantage because his other buddies are there now. Doesn't make a difference. That's 5 points of damage to you. And I need you to make another strength saving throw.
Oh, right. Need to not write in the same spot of separate food paper.
Or just right below.
It's a 23.
You are still up. The last one that is glowing currently will run up and attack Adelaide. Adelaide, will a 17 hit you?
It will.
Does Fairy Fire roll with advantage? Or just advantage?
Other things against it.
Oh, he got scared by the 3.
Hey, do you want to see something cool?
Oh, super cool.
It was cool for him.
You'll take 4 points of damage, Adelaide, and I need you to make a strength saving throw. You are within 10 feet of Opal, so you can add a +2 to that roll as well, above the normal roll and the modifier.
Okay, wait, add 2.
Yeah, add 2 to it.
Okay, that is a 11.
11. With an 11, you meet it, and so you beat it. You are still up.
Still standing.
As this glowing wolf runs up and grabs you and pulls on you. You hear this cacophony of wolves over to the side of you, still going off. Red, it is your turn.
Are there any wolves currently on Elise or any of the kids?
Currently, no. Those ones are dead.
Cool. Then did you get grabbed? You're fine. But there is a wolf next to you. You have 2 next to you? Oh, there was.
They were on. The only 2 hidden.
Okay, the only person that has a wolf next to them is Adelaide?
And Opal.
Opal has 2 on her,
Yeah.
right? Okay. I'm going to target one. It just says a creature within range, so I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers as there will be like sorry, my mind's starting blank. Oh, sorry. As I start to kind of weave the cards back and forth, and I will have turn one around, and what it has on the other side seems to be like a skull and like church bells kind of on this card, and then it will just fizzle away. And I need whichever one isn't damaged currently.
No more damage.
Okay, cool. It doesn't matter then, as long as they're within range, which is 60 feet. So they need to make wisdom saving throw.
That is an 8.
That failed, so they're gonna take 3d6 psychic damage. 7 plus 6 is 13?
Yes.
13.
With that wolf drops down. There's just wolves.
Just wolves.
Um,
You have that pencil.
that's all that you have for the turn, correct?
That's all. That's an action, so that's all I can do. I can actually, as a bonus action, I will cast. magic card and create 3. Because it only lasts a minute, so when I cast it before they were done, so I'll cast 3 more and get 3 glowing cards, and my thing kind of as cards are starting to kind of swirl and pick up around me.
Yeah. With that, at this point, you can see that the wolves, seeing that some of their numbers gone down. The 3 to the side will howl louder. The 2 that are closer to you seem to be kind of shying away a little bit. Oh, it's your turn.
I'm gonna wait. The kids are still near me, right?
They are.
Hey, give this to her. I'll toss over a healing potion.
Healing potion?
Yeah.
So you tossing to Alphonse?
Yes,
To give to Elise.
yes. Why are you rolling?
No! And it falls on the ground. Okay.
That's all.
Oh! It smashes. It hits him right. It hits him right in the chest and falls to the ground. It doesn't break, but just he did not catch it. I mean, and one of his shoulders kind of messed up in the wolf attacking him.
It didn't break. It's all good.
Envisioning rolling it or putting it on the ground and kicking it back. So there's still wolves in front of me.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's also a good way of doing it. I wanted, it wasn't going to cause any error. I just wanted to see if he could catch it.
Okay.
You were saying
It doesn't change. Yeah, it doesn't change the outcome.
he wants to look cool.
Man,
How do you
the
think?
pencil. Hey, yeah.
Yeah, you can see that one of his arms is kind of hanging a little bit more limp.
Well, split it. Split between you guys. Don't make it weird.
Don't make it weird. He's gonna totally give it to her first.
The only way for this potion to work is if we put it in tongue mouths and then if we're trying to let's discuss it.
Alright. So I'm going to take out my axe and shield, if that's okay. Unless you're gonna
No, you're good.
challenge that as an action.
No, I would assume that you kind of already had him.
So I was assuming so, but making sure. I am going to swing and attack them.
You have one wolf in front of you.
Attack! That is a 22.
22. With the 22, that hit.
This one. Yeah! That is a 11.
11 points of damage just barely makes it to kill a wolf as you bring down your axe and cleave it. Shoots the dead wolf.
Next,
And there's another one next to Adelaide still, if you would like to try to attack it.
I'm going to go get it.
Go there.
Excellent. Not 20.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to waste it to device.
Yeah, I mean, you could.
I'm pretty sure it's dead.
You explode the wolf.
18 points of damage.
18 points of damage. It is completely dead. With that, the 3 that were howling to the side seem to, seem.
I'm going to move back to the kids.
You know you're very good at that.
Yeah, that's what I do.
You can see the other 3 wolves now, seeing that so many of theirs have fallen so quickly. They're going to look like they're going to compel and run. What's your else passive perception? 12.
No.
9.
Tori, save us. Mine is, I think, also a 9. 14! It's 14!
You'd probably be the only one that knows the.
Sorry, I'm used to looking at mages.
You'd be the only one that notices this. But when they turn to run, they don't look like they're looking towards you guys.
Here. Run! Run, everybody! Run! Run, 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 run!
Are we chasing the wolves?
We are running. We are running.
We are running with the wolves. We are joining
I'm
the
like
pack.
gonna like join up to like Opal and then just like also grab hands and just like go 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 go.
I'm gonna-
Elise
I'm gonna
and
pick up
Alphonse,
Elise and Alphonse.
they're both still on the ground. He's kind of slowly making his way over to you probably can only pick up one at a time.
Yes.
Yeah. I need both of you to make strength checks.
+2.
Sorry, checks.
Not +2 because that's a saving throw. This is good stuff.
10.
10.
Not so
Just build the rib right now.
No, not that one. It's just your strength +3.
Hands.
So you're grabbing Elise.
True.
Who's grabbing it? It's up to you.
I'll take the other one. Whoever.
Okay, you'll take Alphonse. So with the 12, you're able to pick up Elise. She's not big.
You got Pablo though.
Can I healing word?
You don't have. Oh,
You got
I
Pablo.
was gonna say you don't have lay on hands anymore. Yeah. Okay.
I would say that like in the current state, Alphonse and Elise aren't really, they're not going to take their action because they took fairly good damage for both of them. So Adelaide, this is your turn currently.
I'm gonna heal them.
Anything injured in a way that would make them think they can't run?
Elise.
Elise's-
The other kid seems like he could probably run.
He says it hurt me.
That's my good son, right?
That's your right.
Five
Elise
hit points. Just give her.
As you go to cast Healing Word, it's ineffective.
Little pick up the girl. We're going. Come on, let's go.
And it's not your turn, so you wouldn't have been able to pick up Elise. I realize that. Sorry. Okay.
Let's pick her up. No now.
Just so you know, as you get past that, you feel the magical energy almost get siphoned away. Like your intent is to direct it towards those people, but you feel it go towards something behind you.
Oh. No.
Why are we running? I thought we were supposed to be out here to find whatever this monster is.
We have 2 heals. Pick. Boy, yeah.
Pablo will pick up Elise since she seems to be in worse condition as she's like still wheezing. The air knocked out of the.
I'm just gonna say, get him, and then wait.
You
You
will.
can carry 2 goats. 2 goats.
That is canon. That is.
Sorry. If
He rolled a nat 20. As it flings 2 teenage children.
it's nothing.
What do we see behind us?
If you're looking behind.
As you turn around, probably somewhere between 12 and 15 feet up in the air, probably about 30 feet back, you see a large humanoid-esque figure. Large, red eyes, looking directly towards you. All of a sudden, the wolves that had been there go silent as they scatter off. These 2 red eyes stare through the fog towards you.
Uh-oh.
You hear slight breathing. Ben, it's your turn. What are you doing?
You're still hiding, right?
You're still hiding.
Yeah.
You would see this. Some sort of. It's hard to tell. It is 30 feet away, but you see what would probably be some humanoid-esque shape. Large, like 15 feet tall.
Size large.
Large.
Size large creature.
Can I get a large creature side of fries?
Well, we're out here to get rid of this thing, aren't we? She's gonna put away her melee weapon. She's gonna draw her bow.
Yeah.
Let loose an arrow at it.
Make an attack.
Okay. That is much better. Where's my
As the real Pinky came back.
I
With just
see
the
invisibility on. It's not invisible.
18 plus 7. I can't do the math in my head at the moment.
18 plus 7?
25.
Wins.
Yeah, 25.
Okay.
Guys, I don't know who told us D&D was fun. It's just math.
It makes me feel smart because I can do little additions pretty good.
It helps me realize, yeah.
Better. Good enough.
A 25 will hit. Good. Roll for damage.
Do it.
Do I have sneak attack?
Let me see what its passive is.
Yeah, let's see what its passive is.
I think, yeah, you're good.
Cool.
You know, my D6s.
I do not have enough D6. I can carry one more. Because my sneak attack. Go. Ooh, 12, 13, 15, 18, 19.
19.
19.
19 points damage.
What damage type is that?
Piercing.
It, as you see it hit, the figure doesn't even flinch. It looks towards you.
Did it make any noise, like, or
You hear and then it sounds like an arrow clatter to the ground.
Yeah, interesting.
The shot seems to be ineffective.
Mm.
I think he is going to. Then he's going to. Sorry. With a whole doing for a moment. And then she is going to.
yes.
Yeah. She's not gonna hide. She is going to fly kind of around it to draw its attention away from Right. Not very far,
Sure.
but enough that like I'm its attention. If it will follow me.
That makes sense. As you, it seems to be following you a little bit, but with that, Red, it's your turn.
Question for you real quick, because this will determine what I'm going to do here. With it staring kind of at this, I watched this interaction just happen, watching Benny shoot this arrow. Does it seem like whatever this creature is almost issuing a challenge?
I mean, you can call it what you will. Like if that's what you want. Do an insight check.
Yeah. 20.
20. It seems, as you look into those eyes staring back at you, there's a few, it's hard to gauge, as a lot of the other features are hidden. But you can definitely tell that there's a hunger in them. And a lot of anger.
I can't tell what the anger is. Is it directed towards us? Is it?
That is a little hard to tell. Yes, Opal.
Has to wait your turn.
But if you have something to say, you can just say it.
Who wants to think inside herself? Would think maybe there's this saying odd.
I think this dude is angry at something or whatever.
Makes sense. This food's running away.
Yeah,
With that, are you guys running away?
it's not.
Well, Pinky's not, so I will wait.
Don't eat
I think you flew around the back side, right?
Right, but she hasn't ran away yet, right?
it.
Yeah. So I will kind of hold kind of where I'm at. I can do one thing.
No, they all went in his mouth. They're all solid.
Oh! Do something that will make it angry.
Already.
It's already
No.
angry. Is it angry at us though?
I mean, Pinky shot Betty started, so.
He's yet to be aggressive to us there. He's just staring.
He hasn't had his turn.
He hasn't had his turn.
Aggressive towards the villagers, so.
That's true. We were here to. Okay.
Sorry. We should.
No, this is fine. We're just having this conversation.
He said attack the villagers!
His toes right under you.
His foot's right on me.
Yes, you are very right. Okay. And I will go ahead and reach up my sleeve and I'll pull out what seems to be basically like a rope that has like one of those knots in it, and like I'll kind of whip it around, and it like.
Are you talking about a lasso?
No, not lasso.
Okay.
Just a rope, like a magic trick, right?
Sure, yeah.
I'll make the knot kind of disappear for just a second, and then I will like stretch the rope out, and I'll make the knot kind of travel along the rope till it gets to the end, and then a burst of magic will shoot out.
Sure.
I'm gonna cast Psychic Glance.
As you cast Cyclic Glance at this creature, there's no effect.
Oh no!
As you cast it and it looks at you doing what you would do, you feel the power is drained. It just looks at you and just slightly chuckles. A deep, gravelly voice.
Benny, I think it's our time to leave.
We're done.
We're done.
You turn and start running?
Yeah.
Okay. Benny, how high up are you on the air?
I'm assuming if I was to like significantly change the view of the dude, I would have to be above whatever the highest building or whatever is.
So you look fairly high up.
Yeah,
Currently?
yeah.
It'll look at you, see that you're out of reach, and it'll run after you. As the eyes dip down into the mist, seeming to get kind of lower to the ground and almost snake towards you. With that, it's going to run up behind you. And you feel a large claw whoosh towards you. Will a 28 hit?
Yeah.
Next character.
I would like to cast Silvery Barbs.
As you cast Silvery Barbs, nothing happens.
Uh-oh. Guys, I'm the wrong character for this mission. That's a lot of dice you're rolling there, Chase.
That's 15 points of damage. As you feel a claw right in the back. As well as you feel on your back. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but we talked at the end of last time that there are this area seems to have issues with magic.
Yeah.
And because of that, maladies may come easier. There's certain things that are built into this that may cause you to be injured. It rakes its claws up your back, and you feel one of those claws reach in, hitting through your ribs as you feel one of your lungs get punctured.
No.
So you will begin to suffer 1 damage per minute of it being unhealed. And you'll begin to drown if not healed within 5 minutes.
Do you have a healing potion?
Nope.
What did you find out here?
With that, it looks towards you as you kind of collapse and you start coughing up blood. You see the eyes kind of blink once, and you're kind of almost tottering backwards. It blinks twice, and then vanishes into the night.
What time is it?
It's a bracelet.
At night?
At night?
Yeah.
It's late. Probably 10, maybe 11,
That's
12.
That's not like all.
I don't know.
I was just thinking, well,
You
maybe
guys haven't been
just-
walking around that long.
No, we haven't. Here. I was just thinking, well, maybe the sun's rising or something. I don't know. I was just. I
Interesting.
Triangle. Alright, I'm assuming combat is over?
Combat is over. Red, you kind of trying to follow. Mostly your adrenaline's keeping you going, but you do feel your lung filling up with blood.
Like healing.
I was running. Am I near you?
Yeah,
You guys kind of coalesce together.
us back together.
Okay.
I need some healing, I think.
Oh, am I a pretty angel to you?
You are the most beautiful angel that
He says
my
that
eyes
his
have
blood spittle comes.
never laid eyes upon.
Okay. Okay. Healing potion. I'm down to my last healing potion.
Why would you just lay on hands? You get that back have your long rest.
Just so you know,
Can't use-
someone might need to make a medicine check on this wound, as it seems more serious than your typical thing to kind of try to figure out
What if healing potion could heal it, you know?
Yeah, good job.
maybe.
It's not magic. It's a.
Healing potion
Wait, a
is magic.
potion is the
Oh,
Well,
but
it's not me, cat.
there might not just be just healing that needs to come.
Did lay on hands work? Did you try lay on hands? Just try 1 point and see if it works, and then
Can't use that since it's part of it's something else.
You can definitely try.
One
not?
point.
it's fine.
As you heal 1 point, you still feel your lung filling with blood.
But I do heal 1 point.
You did heal 1 point.
Okay, so
For
that's
you.
points.
As
Here's 30
this
points.
happened,
You don't need
and the monster moves,
Right.
from what you can assume, it's not right up next to you. You would notice. Actually, someone make an Arcana check for me.
Heart.
nothing.
Wow, why can I roll good on all of these ones? I'm actually pretty good at Arcana 22.
You would notice that it seems that your magical powers are sapped
Yes.
when
Being next to him.
you're within a certain range of the monster.
Where's the moon?
I see.
Now that you're out of it, you feel like that is.
Heart.
Though there seems to still be this
So,
overlaying suppression of healing
Circle.
magic.
Sure,
All throughout
something
the
going on.
Something going on.
How many points do you want to give me?
Maybe you need.
moon.
I'm at 52 out of 70, so if you give me 18, that'll cap me.
18.
But you don't have to, because we're gonna have a long rest, I imagine, right now.
Okay, get back.
As you only give him 5, your blood, your lungs still filling up with blood, and you take 1 point of damage as it's been a minute.
Okay, full health. Oh, seems to not do anything.
As you give him full health, that finally seems to satiate a little bit. But just to check,
You have to do a medicine check.
Do a medicine check to see if you.
Your cleric should do a medicine check.
Medicine check.
You do a medicine check for us, try and save Red's life here.
His own blood. Mama. What is it? Mama?
7 plus whatever she's got.
I don't know.
Dad.
If someone would like to assist,
I would like to assist.
Is
Advantage?
Elise good at medicine
Yes,
checks?
advantage.
Elite might be.
Grandma.
I don't know if she's right.
Would you spare broken ribs, but can you believe?
Plus 6 in medicine. 7 plus 6
6
is
is
13.
jump.
Roll with advantage.
She already did.
I rolled less that time.
No, that's a 9.
That's a 9.
That's 6. 15.
15.
That's one above what you need to get. As with being healed to max health
Grandpa.
and with
Oh.
getting a medicine check,
Grandma.
you feel that the blood is finally stopping as you continue coughing out
Mama.
what was in your lung.
Joy.
What was it?
And joy.
Something with that plus seemed magical,
Jeez.
as it had the ability to inflict some fairly major wounds on you.
See. Jeez.
That was
Joy.
unpleasant. I hated that. Let's not do that again.
Run away.
Yes, that was. Yes, I like that. Perhaps we go rested off at the tavern and we think about what we've learned and come back to it tomorrow.
Grandma. Troy, why is he doing that?
What?
Taking himself in the head.
Yeah, let's do that. And then we gotta think about why are none of our spells and our attacks worked on?
Oh,
Look.
I
Yeah.
well, I don't know that one. Maybe with my 22, could I have inferred anything about or no? Because it's different.
All you know is that when it's near you, magic is not working. Any type of magic.
Yes, we'll need to think on that one. Kid, Alphon, can you take us back to your dad's tavern?
Yeah, just follow me.
Oh, your shoulder does not look good.
It's
Well,
yeah, that would actually be
how
really
many
nice.
does he need?
They need 6.
You can do healing.
I can do it. If you're already done.
Elise also needs some, I think. She's
Elise is like still holding her broken ribs. Sorry, I couldn't do anything after my rib broke.
Okay, I can give him 6 points. Troy, how much can you heal?
I can heal him 7 plus 6.
See, baby. That is Mama. You just need 7.
Baby.
Oh, that's temporary hit points. Are you doing your?
Oh, I also would have
Sorry, no, 7 plus this.
had some temporary hits.
Is it your level or? Are you,
No, it's 3 plus this. Thank you.
I'm good.
3 plus this.
If you get a 3, then you heal him.
Temporary hit points doesn't heal.
This is real hit points.
That's
for healing.
yes. Okay, yeah.
This is
Yeah,
real
you
hit
have
points.
You can do it twice, because we're gonna go sleep now.
No.
Totally can.
As you cast healing word, it still doesn't work.
We should run very quickly. We should run very quickly now. We'll just carry along. Everyone, take all this. You take the heads.
Alright.
It's right.
Once we get there, I would like to heal
We'll
them
get to the
both.
tavern.
As you guys run through the mists this evening, back with your tail between your legs, we will end this session here.
Hold on. Long rest.
The monster is different than the one that was chasing Elia, right?
This one is different.
Okay.
This one's got red eyes, and it seems taller.
And slower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mama.
Not
That one was so freaking scary. That one was nightmare fuel.
Goodness,
It was so scary.
Nothing was breaking it, right? Hey,
Yeah. Oh my gosh, and I forgot.
why such pushing in on that.
Oh yeah.
Sunny hat. That was fun.
So do we make it back to the tavern?
Yeah, you guys make it. You don't have to worry about it, but that was just like this, the nice ending of watching you guys run back.
Dungeon house.
Dungeon house.
Dog.